Mary and Cody Brown's child, Leon Brown, is becoming very mysterious. The life they live is very mysterious, to say the least. And I've always questioned what their occupation is because, let me tell you something. Mary, despite her saying Leon wants to, be private, live private, I respect their privacy. If you go to Leon's very public social media, there is a LinkedIn page that has all of Leon's links, which are public. And Leon has a public blog site where Leon charges people to subscribe to their blogs, and Leon writes publicly. Leon also has writer on their social media, and their social media is public. So if you want to live private, why are you living public? Does that make sense? If you want to live private, why are you charging people and the public? You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. So I'm still confused at what it is that Leon does, but here we are. Now we're going to take a left turn because fans and viewers have been posting about Leon lately and saying that Leon coming out was a shock. But then some people in the comments was not shocked at all. They saw it coming. Now, I'm just curious, so I decided to put this video together and see what your thoughts and opinions are on this whole topic. By the way, if you're new here, I hope you stick around and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Besides subscribe, make sure it's set to all. A fan took to Reddit, baffled by Leon Brown. Look, I know we all got our thoughts and opinions on Leon Brown. A lot are unpopular, but I want you to keep in mind we're all allowed as individuals to have thoughts and opinions. Please do not get ugly with anybody in the comment section of my video. If you do, you're liable to be blocked after you're reported for harassment, because you cannot harass anybody over their opinion, because an opinion is not a fact. We're human beings and we're allowed to form an opinion, okay? Some of you know I had to say that. And it's a dang shame I had to, but anyway. I was shocked by Leon Brown coming out as transgender. I respect it, but I was shocked. They seemed the least likely out of all the kids, in my opinion. They appeared to be the most outspoken about wanting to live this life and become a sister wife. I'm currently rewatching, and only on season 6, but so far I just never saw it coming. It is a little funny rewatching it and noticing certain things, like when they announced it was a boy when Leon was born, but it was just the umbilical cord. Or when Mary told Robin she always wanted a boy, and maybe Solomon was sent to fill that void. Was anyone else as shocked at me, or did you see it coming? Fans took to the comments section and said, sometimes people heavily perform a belief for identity most when they are doubting, or identity most when they are doubting. I think it makes sense, though. Of course, they wanted to be a sister wife. They didn't really... Wait a minute. They didn't really like men, so that having a part-time husband probably sounded safer and more appealing. It honored their religion, so it seemed right. And it would mean having a closer relationship with other women. Lots of things that would appeal to a queer closeted trans or NB person. This is my take too. As a young person raised in a Christian family, I decided I wanted to be a nun. Well, that was off the wall. I wasn't expecting the nun confession. I didn't have to be in a physical relationship with a man and would be surrounded by female company. I can see the thought process for a young person struggling with their identity. Entering into gay culture exposes you to different ideas about identity and gender roles, as these are less clearly defined. I think Leon's path is pretty typical of any queer people I know. Spoiler alert, I never became a nun, married to a woman. Well, dang, I was all into the nun talk. I was like sitting there like, ooh, I want to hear stories. My mother did become a nun and was, ooh, interesting. And was in a 3-year relationship with another nun. This is my confession. She left before she took her final vows and met and married my dad a few years later. Ooh, okay. I've always thought this. Liam was the only child that was firm in their decision to live polygamy. Whether they were aware of why the lifestyle felt more comfortable or whether it was subconsciousness before they figured out who they were, only they will know. But I definitely think they were attracted to something other than a monogamous relationship with a man. When they come out, I was like, oh, that makes sense now. I know multiple men who have left priesthood and then come out as gay, sort of similar. They knew the way they felt was sinful, and taking holy orders seemed like the safest bet to deal with it. Then later in life, they were, wait, there's nothing wrong with me, and came out. I'm sure there are many more who go to seminary for the same reasons. Okay. It's always the kid who is focused on conforming hard in high school, when most are rebelling and exploring, who is having the scariest doubts. They feel the need to perform because they're aware that they'd be cast out for being themselves, so they feel deeply insecure. I don't care that the family played nice on camera. That's the reality of the fundy community they were in. No LGBT allowed. Like, Maddie felt comfortable pushing buttons because she was secure. She is actually deeply religious and conservative. Who she is was exactly what her parents expected. So she got to secure in the fact that she'd be accepted for herself. I think at times Leon said, I'm the only one of my siblings who hadn't kissed someone, and that the only time I felt alone with a boy, it was on an accident, or I've been alone with a boy, was an accident. I wonder if Leon laughs about those things now. But seriously, Leon has said upon reflection that they were doubling down on their own faith because they were afraid of that part of themselves. I think that's probably fairly common for people in Leon's situation. I think that is the best explanation. I can't imagine growing up isolated from worldly views and having it drilled into my head that same-sex attraction, love, are sins, abominations, and evil, and then realizing that I had those things within myself. It would cause so much fear and pain. I would want to hide it and bury it so deep. I would assume that their religion had some sort of doctrine that says you can repent, pray away these things if you just aren't good enough or just worthy enough. I'm sure for Leon, it must have driven them deep into dogma, searching for a way to drive out these feelings, thinking they must have done something wrong, were broken, must have been so hard. Afraid of themselves is one thing, but I think Leon sort of avoided saying just how much backlash would have come from the community. Even with being forward as the Browns are, the AUB would have been a very unsafe place to come out. Were you shocked at Leon Brown coming out or no? It doesn't matter. It just gives us something to talk about while we're in between seasons, if you want me to be real with you. I mean, really. These people that we've watched on TV for 15 years are now celebrities in my eyes. It is what it is. And when you are a celebrity, hey, we're going to talk about you. We just can't forget about you. Okay, we care. Now, I'm curious. Do y'all know what Leon does for an occupation? If you know, clarify for us in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell beside subscribe. Make sure it's set to all so you'll be notified whenever I upload. Stay tuned. I got a lot more on the way. I love you for watching. I'll see you in my next video or in the comments below.